saying. Everybody knows the way Aries operates. Everybody knows. She has no secret. At times, there are some things that I know that I won't tell her because I know she will come online to come and spill the bean. That is the kind of person she is. Now, this is the genesis, because I didn't want to get involved because, but I felt like at this point, all of na comment section na go insult me, abuse me. I used to say something. I am a Dale nation. If I see it, I don't stand for lies. I don't stand for lies. I don't stand for lies. And for the fact that on this gay forehand, le mú mi pé Sammyjoj ṣe nǹkankan is you cannot nail me anywhere. How I started and where I was today, I will never go back to my vomit. Do you understand? But when I was rooting for Wunmi then, people know me. And where I am today, I cannot change. I will stand for the truth. Now, papariano, this is what happened. This thing going on has been going on behind closed doors. Yomi have been trying to put Supreme under the bus. And I will say this the way it is. It all started when Adura and Damola were arrested. Because I don't want to go from the beginning, because when Aries come out fully, I will come out, I will speak both on evidence and what is still going on. But let me speak on what is happening now. When Adura and Damola were arrested, do you understand? That same day, for you guys if you don't know, Adura was released that night. But Adura said he will not leave until they release King White. He said he will not leave that station until they release King White. And we have been doing everything. If you remember some time that I keep coming for Adura, Adura should speak based on what Biodun has said, Adura had confessed. We were putting the pressure. Adura Mashenwani. We were doing everything we can. Aries was trying to play along with them. If these people can speak. Do you understand? She was doing it openly. Adura will give you this, Adura will give you that. This, that. Do you understand? Everybody got his or her own tactics. If me, I feel like my own tactics is violence. I want to do violence to get whatever. That is my own tactics. We are not perfect.
Like conflict tactics is Elekpe, swear.
If it is Elekpe, we are not perfect, Papariano. Now, that same day that Adura was arrested, their lawyer went to that, they released them that night. He said he was not going to leave. He said he was not going to leave until they released King White. And do you know why King White he spent 2 days there? That same day that they arrested King White, OPC people sent their representative to Zone 2 that this man, making a no release them, will not get anything to do with him. They came to that, they sent their, before, they actually made a disclaimer before that we don't know this guy. So when they heard that he was arrested, they sent their representative, Emudadao, Morio. But Adura was released. Now, Yomi knew that Adura was released and nothing could be done. His lawyer came, Adura was released. What did Yomi do? He went to go and meet Aries. That they need 1.1 million, that they needed an extension, that they should be detained for 15 days. How they won't detain them for 15 days? You collected that money from them. This is the genesis. You collected that money from them. You now said you gave them a POS number. And I was telling Supreme, Emma Shekini, she said no. Benefit of doubt.
Supreme gave that money from her own pocket or from her own contribution that is
Supreme,
on her platform.
hold on, this is how the money came. Yomi went to, he was going to people. He went to Jokem. I've called it boy. So Mali Soro. He collected, Jokem said, okay. They raised money. Mami Jokem raised 500,000. Supreme raised 600,000. They sent 1.1 million to Yomi. That okay, Adura will be detained. And do you understand? 15 days extension. By the time they just said that Adura, how much he released Adura. They now, Supreme, Mami Jokem was upset and she doesn't want to have anything to do with this conversation. Yomi, the Richishi Balo, Mimo. Don't come to my platform to seek for money. She said it. And she's done with justice. Supreme with her boldness ask Yomi, owó tá a kó fún ẹ, wọ́n ṣàdẹ̀ ti release àwọn boy yìí, where is our money? Yomi said, I've used that money judiciously. And these people were not detained. That is the genesis of the problem. That is the genesis of the problem.
On one ground, Yomi Ba Supreme.
Oh, Ba Supreme, so
Yomi scammed Supreme or cheated Supreme, something like that. Go on.
So this is the genesis of the problem. For her to come, you see, whatever Supreme is doing yesterday, she kind of like, she's still a good person. Me, I no send anybody. Now, Supreme Papariano, when Supreme discovered this, everybody started staying back for Yomi. Anything that had to do with money, we are not involved. We will say the truth, blah, blah, blah. Yomi now, for his own defense tactics, to tell to the world why the arrest was not successful, why the detained, the arrest was not successful, said it was Supreme and some people that they snitched on him. How possible is that, Papariano? Evidence because he wants. Do you understand now?
I'm understanding the case, but can I
continue?
Do you want me to get there, or you? No, just go on.
Please, let me just explain everything. So for the tactics that what it is on people, Kinemaso, he now came up with the gimmicks of like, on what to suffer, on to phone logo, Otiman Sokini and on what to phone logo, no lolo ba effort in meanwhile, Ale join ye gong. You want release Adura. Ale is Azura that said, Tom King White ni lolly. Do you understand? That it was now going from platform, trying to throw Supreme under the bus. He tried to throw me under the bus a couple of days ago that I came for him. Well, like, do you understand? Now, while this was going on, they detained King White. King White was charged to court. I said this again. There is no phone forensic anywhere. Papariano, you know what they call a phone forensic? A phone forensic cannot be sent to you. It cannot be sent to you and you'll be reading it online. Yomi came online yesterday, said a phone forensic was done. And it was now reading chats.
Can I say something quickly? Can I just chip something?
Hold on, please. Yomi came online saying a phone forensic was done. How? Where? Phone forensic. Tí wọ́n ṣe lórí King White. Richard Wunmi gbé jáde pẹ̀lú King White. Richard Damola gbé jáde pẹ̀lú King White. Rọ́ wọn tó wà nínú ilé yẹn ipòkè they have chatted King White up. Rí yẹn kankan. It was this chat of King White and Supreme. And Supreme have been talking to King White. She comes online to tell people I called King White. Mutema Kwensi. Aguntashan lo ọ̀rẹ́ mi. This same chat Yomi is reading, I have a copy of it. Supreme screenshotted everything then and sent it to me. Do you understand? For you, because you want to prove to the world that you are working, some people snitched on you. This is what you are doing. Are you getting the point now? Because you want to prove that Agbinyanju or Wonkan lo baje. Mo de sọ lọ́jọ́ kan ní jẹta, I think a couple of days ago, that I think on Sammyjoj's platform, you are saying this, you are saying this. Are you going to prove to me? Can you say that on what you want support, you want for Wosi Foundation, and they wanted justice so much? Can they do anything to truncate whatever you are doing? Can they do anything to Supreme put 500,000 willingly?
So can we now say that the conversation of the CCTV camera is questionable when they say Muyiwa destroyed the evidence? So
Papariano. Every conversation, I repeat, every conversation is questionable. I go to Panti, I ask questions. I don't want to speak now. You see all of you when they call me snitch.
Let me come from a defensive angle. Let me come a little bit from a defensive angle.
Coming.
They said you may read a conversation of Supreme Iron Lady and King White, which Supreme Iron Lady has admitted to. So, was there any point in time where Supreme Iron Lady informed King White that Adura will be arrested, something like
Now,
that.
there is no point in time. The only thing King White said, just for the fact that King White àti Supreme ti sọ̀rọ̀ rí, ó jambla ẹnu ni. Gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ ń ṣe la mọ̀, kìnnìkan, nǹkan tẹ́ ń ṣe la mọ̀. Let Yomi come and prove to me that it was actually a police officer that told him that it was Supreme.
No. You didn't get it. He said that the chat.
Baba,
Okay.
Papariano. That chat, how he was reading it. Supreme was, as in, if you go and listen to that conversation, it was a conversation that Adura Ogbodo Shewon, so that Agoko Ogbodo Adura, nothing must happen to Adura, so that we can get facts from him. Papariano, we did a lot behind closed doors. We did a lot behind closed doors and due to what we know. Not everything you come online to come and speak. Not everything.
Papariano.
Oh yeah, let me show you one chat with King White. Hold on.
No one is saying there is no chat
Can I
between
continue?
Lady Aries.
Wait. Please wait. She want to show us
Can I
something.
continue?
It's loud.
Can I?
Wait,
Can
please
I-
now.
Let me speak.
Wait,
MLH. I put it to you. By the
Sammy,
time-
please wait. Now here we did.
Let me forensic my phone. Hold on. My forensic. I would date to that deleted source.
Ashire.
I'm not sharing now. I'm trying to open my camera now.
Think everybody Lara. So can respect.
When was Adura? When were they arrested? The chat you were reading, when was that?
Just wait now. Wait.
Did he read the recent chat with Supreme saying, Lola?
Wait now. Wait, please wait. All right. Please help us with it. Yes, from the beginning. You help us with it now. January 31st. Go on. You are muted. We can't hear you. You are muted. All right. Read for us.
All right, this is February 1st. So
right.
now look at. You see King White? You see King White?
Yes.
I'm just going to show you that she sent it out. I don't even know what's in this chat, but I'm just trying to.
Please read what you have there for us.
Oh my God! I don't know what is there, and I didn't deny our friendship.
I wish they can send it to you, Papariano.
Yomi did not just read the one of King White and Lady Aries.
No.
Sammyjoj, Yomi did not just read.
Read it out now. I don't know what you are trying to come and prove now, and you should read it out now.
What I'm trying to portray now is that you see some of those chats, I have it, but I can't start because I think I've deleted some things.
Thomas, which chat? Okay, you mean the chat between Supreme and King White?
I have so many things. I don't know what I have.
Did you read anywhere in the chat where Supreme Iron Lady told King White that they will pick Adura?
Marty, delete me. Chat more.
No.
See, these are not okay.
No.
Now look at that. Okay, hold on. This is another one. See, there's another one.
Please wait. Go on.
Hold on. This is another one. Look at this date. This is January. Are you seeing it? 19, 2025. Now I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you King White here because I think I don't read all these things. Only King White. Okay, see, right here. That's it. So so King White in bar Lady Aries is sorrow. To me, she said it and she sent. Come and send the card.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just trying to confirm whether Yomi was able to show anywhere where Supreme Iron Lady told.
No.
He didn't
show anything.
Papariano, can I quickly say this? Papariano, let me wait. Papariano, let me quickly.
Sammy, wait, please.
Papariano, do you know? Papariano, you see where all of this is stemming up from? Yeah, the truth will be out soon and shortly. Do you know that Yomi did not only read the chat between Lady Aries and King White? Okay, Yomi read the chat between King White and other people. He read the chat between King White and that what's her name? Some Lawal something. Not only Lady Aries. So was it Lady Aries that sent that to Yomi as well? Like, guys,
Some
let's fear God.
that chat of
Let us
Biodun,
fear
that
God.
chat,
How did he have all of
hold
these
on.
charts?
That chat
Can
of
you stop
Sammy,
interrupting me?
I know when to. I know what timing. I know what I need from you. Just wait first. Okay,
Can you
I'm
stop
just
interrupting? Let me talk.
MLH.
Yeah.
Is there anywhere where Yomi confirmed that Supreme Iron Lady told King White that Adura would be arrested? You know that day that they were arrested in the court,
Yeah.
right?
Okay. Yesterday. Yeah. No, it wasn't about he was going to be arrested. What he said was Adura was already arrested. They wanted to get an extension for his detention. So the plan was going on underneath. Okay. He called the police officer yesterday that he,
There's a misunderstanding here. Okay. Kid boss, are you in the house? Kid boss, you have
he
dropped.
called Papariano
But no,
to
what they are
confirm
also what they
this.
are saying. No, please wait,
Yeah.
wait. If you guys are saying something and you are misjudging Supreme Iron Lady, it's not
Mm,
correct. Okay. I want us to be fair. People, they are all looking for justice, but people can make mistakes. Professionals make mistakes, right?
okay.
When you play your game, they also play their game. You should know so. So now the thing is this. Um, ML8. How did Supreme snitched on Yomi Fabi? In what way? Go on, explain
Okay,
to me.
well. So from what I heard, okay, I wasn't there when the conversation ensued, okay, but yesterday Yomi called the police officer to, confirm this that who did they said King White himself said it when he was being interrogated. Well, how did I know that they wanted to get an extension for Adura? That he was one of them that told him that he was supreme.
No. Please wait.
Yeah.
That's not the thing here. Kid
Mm-hmm.
boss, can you unmute? Will you wait, please? Kid boss,
Yes,
unmute.
please. Yes.
Uh, how did Supreme Iron Lady snitch on Yomi? Because you said she was nervous. What made her nervous?
Oh
Explain that,
yeah.
please.
I think the fact that they were both chatting, and I'm not sure Yomi was aware of that. Number one, and again there was conversation between policeman and Yomi. Always, according to him, he said they're always mentioning a particular name, Supreme Iron. He tried to remind the policeman yesterday when he called. And then immediately the man said he has forgotten actually that he couldn't remember the name. But he now said, should he start with maybe the first 2-3 letters of that, like soup, sure you get, maybe the man can pick. So immediately he now said Supreme. Then the guy said, oh, yeah, that is right. That is the name. Do you get? So there's something is not clear, Sha. That is what I feel. So it's only that Supreme that can make us understand.
Please. You are speaking too fast. Just wait. Was there any time, anywhere,
Okay.
where
Okay.
Yomi accused Supreme Iron Lady of informing King Giwat that Adura will be arrested?
No, there was nowhere. The only thing that actually brought up all this was, I think, the English they use in that chart. And that was, they said, is there a way, or would there be a way for Adura to get out of this without him saying the real truth? I think that English caused a lot of reactions. Some said, yes, this is what she meant. The other one said, no. Do you get? So maybe you should get that
You
chart.
may plead guilty, like plead guilty.
Yes, plead guilty. Yes. So that some people said no, but that was continuation, and there was a chat before. That was just in the middle. I think there was something was not right in the chat. I maintain that, but it's only Supreme that can clear us
Paparano,
because
it
she attests
wasn't.
to the fact that that chat
I
was
say
a chat.
something.
Kid
Do you
boss,
know
you wait.
this same chat? This
Sam
same
Jojo,
chat,
Paparano,
this
Sam
same
Jojo,
chat.
please.
Supreme
Sam
don't send
Jojo,
them to Yomi, but
Sam
Supreme don't
What do
Jojo,
you
send them
say?
to
Sam
Yomi
Jojo.
before.
I want
Supreme
clarity
don't
What
with
you
send
their
them
say?
to
mind.
Yomi before.
yeah.
Why is Yomi the one
Yes,
that will
Paparano,
boss. I
announce
can't
it?
hear you, Sammy Jojo. Please speak up.
Sammy,
What did you
please.
say?
This same chat where Yomi they read, Supreme
Yes, sir.
send this. You know Miri. Yomi just
Oh,
on fire.
Just wait.
Go one
That is
time
not.
where
you
That's
know,
Supreme
you
go
know
and
the
send the
chat.
chat to my
we are
White.
coming. We are
You
coming
know
there.
Yomi read. You know
Kid
Yomi
boss,
read
wait. Kid
many
boss,
tracks.
wait.
Yes,
Kid boss,
yes,
wait.
sir.
Kid boss, wait now.
Yes.
ML8 gone.
Yeah. Okay. So, papariano, it wasn't about the initial arrest that we were talking about.
Okay.
So
So
the
there's nowhere where
initial
Supreme Iron
arrest,
Lady. So there's
yes,
nowhere where Supreme Iron Lady informed King White and that Adura will be arrested and they should be careful. There's
yeah.
nowhere.
So yeah. So the initial arrest was smooth. Okay.
Okay.
That
So
one
now,
was
what is
smooth.
really, according to you, from the way you heard everything,
Yes.
what is the fault of Supreme Iron Lady from you?
Okay, okay. So, like I said, the initial arrest was smooth. Lady Aries' name didn't pop up there. Okay, where our name popped up was when they were trying to extend the detention. Okay, for Adura. So maybe they can get more information rather than him leaving on the day. You understand? So that was where Lady Aries' name popped up. That King White said it was Lady Aries that hinted them that they wanted to get an extension. You understand? And he called the police officer yesterday to confirm this. That look, who told us that? Who told you when you were interrogating King White? Who told you that they hinted them that they wanted to get an extension? And the police officer said he had forgotten, just how King Boss rightly said. Okay, now if they're saying, okay, oh, this chat has been flying around, Lady Aries has sent the chat to Yomi before. How did Yomi get the other chat? There was a chat between King White and
Wait, I got you. I got you.
yeah.
Yeah, I got you. I got the point now.
Please, can I
And
say
now
something?
the only person right now that is indirectly accusing Supreme Iron Lady, whose statement is used to accuse Supreme Iron Lady, is the policeman that Yomi called. That is Yomi's friend, right? So that policeman is the one who said when they interrogated King White confessed that he knows of their plan. And the plan there, the plan was to detain Adura for about 15 days so that they can investigate Adura and get a lot of information from Adura, right?
That's right. That's right.
So, and Supreme Iron Lady also paid so that they can go through with that, right?
Yeah, according to them, yes.
So now, just because the policeman says the policeman said King White said that Supreme Iron Lady told him. Do you get the
Yeah,
point?
while
That
he
is
was being interrogated.
Yes,
Yeah,
correct.
yeah, that's correct. That King White said, "Oh, handle me gently. Like, how do I know what's going on? You know,
right.
it was
I
one
think
of
I
the."
think I think the good thing here that would have been looking for, right? I
Mm,
did somebody like maybe this is where Sammyjoj said he will go and investigate and ask that policeman. Okay, one, and that would be a good one for somebody to go to that same place to ask that policeman. That would be a good one. And then second one again, Adibi King White was recorded saying that that would have been fantastic. All right, but because King White was not recorded saying so, and we have not, we have not gotten anybody who will go and confirm from that police whether that statement was correct. Because what I see going on here right now, it is possible for Yomi, who understand that the 15 days detention cannot be achieved. All right, maybe the policeman would have told him that nǹkan tó fẹ́ ká ṣe kò ṣeé ṣe o. All right, so maybe what we should do is ká dọ́gbọ́n sí, we'll release those people, okay, but we will have to form something, all right, that those guys was already aware that that was upcoming, that they were going to be detained for 15 days. Okay, so that now destroyed the plan. Let's give that statement as an excuse. All right, so now there's possibility that a Yomi and that police man planned it. All right, knowing fully very well that they cannot detain those guys for 15 days, and they know that Supreme Iron Lady on the other side, they will be calling on Yomi, they will be on Yomi's neck that wow, like what we pay for these guys to be detained. All right, what's up with our money? All right, so for him to get out of it, because now let's do the mathematics. Forget about whether King White knows about it. Forget about whether King White knows about there was going to be detention. Why did the police not detain? Why did the plan not go through? Why were they not detained for 15 days? Even if those guys know that, yes, they want to be detained, why did they still not go ahead with the detention?
Thank you.
Why didn't they go ahead with the detention? It's
Something
because
wasn't right.
the plan was spoiled. The plan was spoiled.
Something wasn't
So they
right.
have to put the
Thank
excuse.
you.
They have to put the excuse on somebody that you spoiled the plan. So that is like a.
Only Yomi can explain that bit. Only Yomi can explain that bit because I feel like they were like it was during the time.
Can I just shoot me something?
Under the bus. The money have been, refund money. Refund money. It was
Sammy, wait now. Fix it. Sammy, wait. Bring go physics. No rush. Doesn't last.
Papariano, please, can I just say something and drop again, please? Good morning, everybody. Please. God bless you. I just want every one of us to be neutral.
Yeah, Papariano, you see that bit where the plan didn't go ahead.
Wait. Somebody said. No, please wait, please. Somebody said they want all of us to be neutral. Why did you stop? Oh, I muted him. Go on, Viper. I thought it was Prince that was speaking. Go on.
I want every one of us to be neutral to the highest level. And I don't want us to attach emotion, sentiment, or entitlement, no matter how close the person is to us. There is a difference between trust and belief. When it comes to justice for Mohbad, nobody can be trusted. Now, everybody came up, some people, I won't say everybody, I wouldn't use the word everybody. Some people came up and said it was not forensic. Okay, let's believe it was not forensic. The shot was sent out by Iris and some other people have it. Now, those people that have those shots, can they read in their own shot if it tallies with what Yomi read yesterday to ascertain?
Right.
Those people that said, please wait. Those people that said, I have the shots, Iris sent it out, blah, blah, blah. Can they read their home for us to connect the dots if it tallies with what Yomi read? Because Yomi did not just read chat between King White and Harris alone. I think he read about 2 or 3 other people with Teddy Platform and some other people. So, please, let us be neutral. Don't trust anybody. Those of you that said, I have the something, I have the chat, please, I was there yesterday. I was there till Yomi left. I was there from beginning to the end. Let me
I want to pick point by point. To me, I don't have time to go story. Now, let's come back to the point now. Guys, wait. I mean, I gave you time. Don't stress it, please. We want to divide the thing and know where the problem is coming from. So now, guys, there's possibility that Supreme Iron Lady could have told King White that beware, they want to detain you. They want to. I think Adura, right? They want to detain Adura for 15 good days. But the possibility of that happening, not that there's no possibility, because Supreme Iron Lady chats with King White. There's possibility of that happening, but the possibility of that happening.
Can you use probability?
Yeah, the probability. Yeah, that's the right word. The probability of that, happening, like this is Supreme Iron Lady, somebody who paid and who is expecting that the other person be detained, right? For him to still go around and tell and snitch and say they want to come and detain that person, and she has paid her money and she's waiting for result. It's very slim. Not that it's not possible, but it's very slim. In fact, it's impossible.
Like 0.
Let me just say it's possible, like there's possibility, there's probability, right? But it's very slim. But now the possibility of Yomi, who knows that, who did not fulfill the promise, which is 15 days. Because the question is, why didn't you fulfill the 15 days? Because it was not fulfilled. So already that is a problem. So for him not to fulfill that 15 days, there has to be an excuse to back it up. Then in that direction, there's probability of Yomi and the policeman conspiring that, okay, if in case anything comes out, all right, I'm gonna say that during the investigation of King White already knew of the information, right? Because it's like they already have Aries information. So Yomi will be feel like, okay, like how can Aries be chatting with King White? So for Yomi to find out that Aries is chatting with King White, all right, Yomi will feel like, okay, I can put all the blame on Supreme Iron Lady. That, I mean, after all, you are chatting with them, so like you spoiled it, because Yomi would have had that chat.
You are missing it. Yes, Papariano, you are missing a point. You are missing a point, and the point you are missing is this: if Supreme wanted to snitch, or she had snitched, King White, Adura, all of them would never be arrested. They will never be arrested.
She would never contribute her money.
She will never even contribute her money.
All right. Now, one point.
Hold on, please.
Go on.
Let me. Can I land now? These people were arrested,
Papa,
detained.
So, Papa, you remember when Adura was arrested, Karima on our platform said that they were going to get a doctor report so that Adura would be released on the basis that he was ill. Do you understand? So Yomi was on his live when people were typing on his live that they were typing that Adura has been released. He had no idea that Adura would be released. He had no idea. He was clueless. He thought, to me, I believe that he must have concluded with the police that, okay, they're going to extend Adura's detention. But Karima was on her live and was plotting that they're going to go to Perez or Kurame, whatever, to get a doctor's report for Adura. That Adura was ill, so that Adura can leave that police station. That was all what happened.
But do you know?
And even at this point, even at this point, Yomi didn't even know that Lady Aries and King White were chatting. At that point, it is a lie. He didn't know they were chatting.
Sammy, please.
Why do you always want to your problem? You this guy. Why are you always in this defense? Was there a chat or there wasn't a chat? You said there was no.
Sammyjoj, you should calm down. You should be neutral.
Look, I don't understand this.
Oh yeah, go on. It's okay now.
Like, look, the argument started since yes. I don't know why their blood has been so high. Like,
go up, relax, explain what you want to explain.
Because I don't like this kind of situation. Let people talk. You had your chance to speak.
All right, go on. We hear you. People can interject.
Okay, now just to follow up from what Elistic just said, right? I believe there was a plan to extend this detention. Then truly, okay. That was the plan, from what I could remember. But
do you know that is illegal, and people can be arrested for that, right?
For wanting to extend the detention.
For trying to pay the police to detain people.
I don't think it was the police that they were going to pay. If you want to, okay, how is the process? If you want to apply for extension. If you want to apply for a detention, are you not gonna go through the court?
1.1 million for court order.
Papariano, are you not gonna go through the court?
1.1 for court order. Papariano.
Can you just let me talk this man?
Wait now. Sammy, please don't come to this conversation.
You see, Sammyjoj, the more you talk about money, you know you are
now let's come in.
Exactly, they have a problem.
You don't need this.
You guys should wait now. We are here. Please, we can resolve this with brain. Unless you don't.
Nobody is coming for this woman.
Let the brain function now. Let the brain function, please. The brain can function better. please.
MLH, key boss, please. Let's there be order.
Yeah, I was speaking before he interrupted
wait,
me.
Oh my
Okay?
God. Relax now. Please wait.
Okay, go on.
Wait, MLH. I want it's you I'm answering. On mute. Sioma. I want you to be guided in your conversation so that we can have a way through or a way out. Now, in a criminal case, who writes to the court to detain a suspect? A civilian or the police?
We would be the police.
Okay. So if police wants to write to the court, police need money?
They shouldn't require money, but Nigeria, I don't know, like they shouldn't require money, okay, because they must have a justification.
Wait now, what could pin this thing?
Can I answer? It shouldn't involve money, papariano, because
wait.
Okay.
Go on.
Okay, they shouldn't require money, okay, because there must be a justification for that move, for that action, right?
So now, if 1.1 million was paid, and it was police who was supposed to do that, and the police didn't do that, so can people ask back for their 1.1 million?
Well,
fair enough.
Papariano, can I talk?
In a sane country,
I'm coming to you. Let me have her somewhere. I want her to try without understanding, because if I don't think people have them somewhere, let them try their best. They will go to the next.
Papariano, I'm not a part to
MLH. If you pay for a particular person, right, you send somebody go buy this thing, this amount. The person went, and this thing doesn't exist any longer. It's not for the person to come report back with transparency.
That's correct. That's correct.
To convert the funds to go play gamble, play something, do something else. Is that not carelessness?
Yes. Okay. So to answer your question, because I don't support corruption, but you know how Nigeria is and all that. Okay. In a sane country, okay, that wouldn't even happen in the first place. If there's no justification for the extension, okay, it wouldn't even happen to the point that they would request for money to be able to push that through. You understand? But in this context now, the money was required. Okay, and then
wait.
Papariano, that is mobilization. Mobilization.
Exactly. If you want this thing to happen, they want to push it like the way it works in Nigeria, right?
MLH.
Push these things.
Wait now.
Yeah.
Should a policeman collect?
Boss, you will speak.
Okay.
When I come to you, you will tire. I will come to you, we'll do the same thing, you will tire. So just relax. MLH. If Adura was your brother, and some people are mobilizing funds to have your brother detained for 15 days, not police, they are mobilizing funds. Will that go well with you?
Okay. So if we all know what's on ground, Papariano, right? We all know what's on ground. Let's not put some sentiments, okay? We all know that if Adura is being properly interrogated, we can get something off, which is going to help with this case, right? And I believe that is the intention of the people that were trying to hold him in custody. Probably they can get more information off him, okay? And there was a plan to do so. If there isn't a justification to want to extend, that detention, I'm very sure they wouldn't, even venture to do that.
This story is getting long. And in a nutshell, please wait.
Are you saying it's a bad thing that they wanted to extend the detention? I'm listening to you.
Don't worry.
Papariano, me, I want to go and sleep. Can I say one thing before I sleep?
Don't worry. Come back later, Prince. No problem.
Can I say something on that point?
Wait now, relax, please. Please, let's finish with MLH.
I can hear you.
Would you agree that if a person is sent for a particular purpose, these are the things we are talking about, and that people are complaining about? You promise, you came out hurriedly as if it's going to happen. Your mate came out, this is what will happen, this is what will be done. He must has gotten assurance from somewhere. All right.
True.
And then now money was already contributed and given to him. And then that thing was not done. And they asked back for the money. In fact, that money right now could have been used to get lawyer. In this case, right now, they need lawyer. They asked back for the money, and they said the money has been used for other judicious purpose. Is that not, is that not irresponsibility? Or honor? Being responsible.
That money was raised within 20 minutes.
Now, please wait. I'm not coming to you yet.
20
I'm not coming. You come back home. I'm not coming to you yet. Let's fix things. Brain can fix things. Okay. So, MLH, do you see that there's a little bit of shortcoming there?
Yeah, I agree that the money was released for a purpose, and
exactly.
at the end of the day, they couldn't get the results, so the money should be returned. Yeah, I agree with you on that.
And they protested, and when they protested, the next thing they were accused that the policeman said that they are the one that snitched. That is why they are the one. They are the same people that destroyed everything. The same people who paid money. You now turn back to them that they are the one that snitched. That's somehow to me. Just wait. Kid Boss, unmute your mic. How do you see that?
Okay, yes. Bail is free. Police is your friend, but they're not born your papa way. May you come up for police station without dropping anything. All right. Now, if you said they paid and they why?
Okay, let me put back the question so that you will understand where you're coming from. Before Yomi went to them, to those platforms to seek for money, mobilization. Why did he go there to seek for money for mobilization?
I think they were working together around that time. I do not know. But due to Niger, the country we have.
He went to get money for what? That's what I'm asking. He went to seek money for what?
I don't know. I don't know. You mean I don't know.
Okay, wait. If you don't know, let me tell you, please. MLS, you mute. He went to seek money because you have to know where everything is coming out from. Because I think the things you guys were saying earlier, it was making people to misunderstand Supreme Iron Lady. And if she is not good at explaining, people who doesn't have that capacity to understand, they will just fault her unnecessarily. If we must fault people, let it be.
No, we are not.
No, please. You said she was nervous. You said things that I will go back to those things, and then we'll explain what brought nervous and all of those things. Okay. Now, if I, Papariano, comes to you, okay, Kid Boss, let me say you have a platform. Kid Boss, those guys that are arrested, okay, like I've got information that they can be detained for 15 days, but we need 1.1 million to make that possible. I come to you that we need 1.1 million to make that possible. Then you, Kid Boss, you bring 600,000. Maybe the other person that is joking, maybe MLH is joking, and she brings 500,000. You guys give me the money. Then I went, all right, to see that those guys are detained. But that same evening, Adura was released, was not even detained. That same evening. All right, the purpose for the money was not accomplished. And then later on, when I came back, and then you asked me, that you say you are hearing that they have released Adura. What later happened? How did the money go? And then you get mad. You said, like, there's a snitch, okay? Then, sorry, I got mad that the policeman said that you, Kid Boss, you told King White about the plan, then that destroyed the plan. How would you feel after you paid your money and you are waiting for something to happen? And I turned to you. I said, you are the one that the policeman said. Won't you suspect them both?
Yes, I will feel bad. And I will suspect
where she is right now. Now we now see the reason why she was talking about that money. Just as sometimes, what I say about Soprano Lady, right? Maybe because she's too. Sometimes they say it's not good make people too be intelligent. Maybe they too get high IQ. You understand? Yes. Now I understand why Aristocrat was saying every problem is Talakawa. Is it Talakawa or Talakiwa? How did you call it?
Talakawa. Talakawa. Group of people, according to him.
And this Supreme Iron Lady was dragging Aristocrat for calling that place Talakawas. But when you look at this conversation right now, are you not seeing that it is more Talakasious? It's a little bit
No, it is not. It is not. Papariano, you are a Yoruba person. Wait.
Explain why it's not.
Wait, you are a Yoruba person, yeah? For every action. For every action, for every reaction, there is always an
That's
action.
making
I
top
need you
law.
to
The top law
understand.
is the making.
Yes,
That is.
yes. Yoruba will say like this, that Ishe Okindede share. Something must have led to
Orunmila,
something that
Orunmila.
lead to this thing we are talking about. Do
To
you
explain
understand?
from what
It
do you
is
hear so
only
far?
when the both of them.
Wait. Don't talk about what we
It
don't
is
know. Please. Don't talk about
okay.
what we don't know. From what you have heard your miss saying so far since yesterday, judge from that.
Yes.
If you were the one
I
that paid
can't
money.
judge the both of them. I need you to talk. I am more about people's personality. I
Okay, now
don't
I want. Okay, now
judge,
let's
and
come
that
back.
is why I want
Okay.
everybody,
Good.
including you, to be neutral in this
Okay,
case until
fine.
the
Wait.
both of them come out and explain
Look at
extensively.
it this way. Look at it this way. Now let's come back to the conversation. Why is it Supreme Iron Lady was nervous? Bring me back to that conversation. I want to know what makes her nervous.
Yes,
Now.
the way she came up, and then the first thing she said was that somebody called me now that you want to use my chart to collect donation. Do you She didn't even say anything.
No, how is
That
that
was the
nervous?
first thing
Stop.
she
Take me
said.
back. You said you asked a
It
question and she
is.
was. You said you asked a question and she was nervous. Take
Yes,
me back.
when I asked if she got herself in a mess for chatting with what's it called? This man. What's his name again? King
Right.
White. And she said yes. She said yes with speed. I am a psychologist. I read people's behavior, even if I don't see you. The first 2-3 times you talk beside me, I know what you are up to. And that is why I'm saying we love this woman. We do not want this woman down.
Let's be fair.
We do not want Yomi down. But we want the
Now.
both
Now
of
it's
them to
business.
understand.
No. Let's not use that to water things down. Now it's straight business. Okay. What is wrong is wrong. That's what I want to hear now. Now.
Yes. So, but
Wait. Please wait.
Okay.
Yesterday
Yes.
on the platform, they were calling Supreme Iron Lady a snitch, right?
In the comment section, right?
So how
A lot of people have
and
abused me under this comment section.
in the mind of many people, they believe she snitched. In your mind, did you believe she snitched?
In my mind, not until she proved herself. I can't say she's guilty, yeah. But at the same time, I can say she is because of that behavior. There is always reason for a behavior. I might okay now. Papariano, it's possible I like you and I don't like your behavior. It is possible. It is possible somebody is good and somebody does not have a large heart. Yes.
You like my body, but you don't like my behavior.
And I don't like your behavior. It is possible. So for every behavior, there is always there's always a reaction. Is that I like your behavior, I don't like you.
Kid boss. When Supreme Iron Lady was talking about the money, because she know that was where Yomi is going to. Yomi don't want to give accountability why those guys were not detained for 15 days. And then Yomi bring that story of he's calling the policeman. Yomi could have planned with the policeman. Do you agree?
It is possible. Yes, correct.
Yes. So now, if Yomi could have planned with the policeman.
About 1 point.
Don't rush. I'm coming
The
to
additional edge. Let's get this.
Kid boss.
Okay.
If Yomi could have planned with the police man and try to accuse Supreme Iron Lady of what she didn't do, don't you think that will get her mad?
It is at the same time that is possible. But the only thing we need now, you are not getting this. The only thing we need now.
Wait. Just wait, please. Additional mute, please.
Yes.
Please don't mute now. Unmute your microphone. If you have a platform and I come to you, I said, I have a plan where in this plan, the guys that were arrested will be detained for 15 good days by the police, that I want to do the mobilization. And you contributed that money. You paid half of it. Okay, and the other group paid half of it. That is 600 plus 500,000. That's 1.1 million. And the money was given to me. All right. You contributed the money and gave it to me to go do so that they detain Adura for 15 days. Right. But now, the later here that same night that Adura has been released, won't you call me to ask me that what's going on? First of all, would you do that?
I will.
Okay. Now let us say you call me. You say what's happening, and then I switched. I say come additional. You think I don't know your plan? You have been chatting with King White, and I have an evidence. You guys are the one that exposed this plan, and it has been destroyed. Won't you be mad? Won't you be mad? Something you paid for, and somebody is now saying that you destroyed it. Would you take it lightly with me?
But that is not what happened that yesterday when you
No,
were.
I'm just asking you first. I'm just testing the way you think. Would you take it lightly with me?
I will not. But let me ask you another question now. Now, is there any money given to the police that is recoverable?
Okay, now good. Why will you go give money to the police?
Because that's the system.
Just wait now, wait, please.
Some people
Why
gave
will anybody?
wine. Some people
I
gave
want
wine
to answer
and
that.
money to police.
I want to
Why
answer
would they
that.
do that?
Before you want to even go give money to the police to detain people for 15 days, they would have given you a certain level of assurance. One, okay, and they will know that it's obtainable. What they want to do is obtainable. And if the police were unable to do that, I think if Yomi wants, he can get back his money.
From who? The money that had been shared?
Those police will be in trouble. They will be in trouble for taking money to detain somebody.
You will not be able to report them to who? You want to report
no evidence of transaction. No evidence of transaction.
You're not being
No evidence
neutral in this case, honestly. You're one-sided in this case.
Okay, I want to ask a question,
I'm not
please. I want
saying
to
it
ask.
as it is.
Okay, no, please wait. I want to be fair. Okay, let's say you, every one of you here, okay, you struggle so hard, you went to beg for 1.1 million, and people gave you that money, and I'm the police, all right? And when you gave me the money, I promised you what I want to do. I took your money, and then in the next few hours, I went to release those people. You will just be watching me. You will not do nothing.
But okay,
what with that?
I will only talk. What do you expect me to say? The money will have been shared, and do you remember it was that very day that the plan of transferring that case from Sontu back to Kwanti that happened? Do you know?
There should be what should have happened here. Instead of Yomi and the policeman to turn against people who contributed the money and abused, and accused them. For me, I would say that though the policeman and Yomi, they possibly shared that money together. Because Yomi could have been the one angry against the policeman that after I paid the money, okay, they were unable to do my job, and I'm frustrated. I don't even know what to do.
But you couldn't have.
Wait, now they say Yomi
what has transpired.
No, that's not the case. What you said is not what happened. You just asked me that question. What Yomi said is that he has used the money for another judicious purpose. He didn't say
that. No.
Papariano, did you hear that from Yomi directly?
It was not even. About that money.
Did Yomi say that he has given the money to the police and he couldn't recover it back, or you just guessed that?
It was not even that money. It was not even that money you are talking about.
What you said now. Please, what you said now. Did you hear from Yomi, or you just guessed that Yomi gave money?
Because I know that is what happened.
No. That was not what happened.
This is the problem.
That was not what happened. It was Sammyjoj. Hold on. It was Sammyjoj that said that. It was Sammyjoj that said that on this platform. People should get this right.
Chantal, speak on wait.
Okay, this is what I've seen here. Okay. If they're contributing money for Yomi, okay, it's because Yomi has a head start. He has a head start. Okay, that's something that he's gonna use it for a purpose, and he's made preparations already for that purpose.
Wait, before you go, let us not talk about general purpose. There was a specific purpose.
Okay, yes, to extend.
Wait, get the point, so that you don't go away again. Adura was already arrested, okay, and King White. So now, Yomi and Co wanted Adura to be detained for like 2 weeks, okay. So Yomi now go to this group seeking for mobilization fee so that the police can be able to do that, detain Adura and have Adura investigated. This group now paid the money to Yomi, all right, expecting that that plan should go through. But that same evening of that day, Adura was released. Go on.
Okay.
And then they are
I
mad
was
at
trying to
Yomi.
make a general statement, but let me focus on the case. That's why I went that direction. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yomi went and got money from platforms that he wants Adura to be extended for 2 weeks plus at detention. Okay. Which means that Yomi already has a connection at the police, because how do you even know the amount he needs for that for that
Thank you very much.
extension? Okay. So now Yomi taking that money now to disconnect at the police. Okay. He pays that money there. Now, even though the police might have given him an assurance, we know how the police functions. Mago might have happened and made it impossible for them to extend Adura. It's possible. Yomi is not God, the police is not God. We know what's happening down there. And now, if I had contributed money for Yomi for that purpose, I'll come to him and ask, okay, we gave you money, I gave you my money for this. Why is Adura now released? It's my place now as Yomi to say, oh, we had a plan, oh, it was going on well, oh, but I don't know what happened. And now, I believe that if you give money to the police people, it's kind of impossible to retrieve that money back. It's kind of impossible because they must have shared it.
The response of Yomi was
I
like,
know, I'm
the
going there.
policeman said
I'm
that
going there.
Supreme snitched.
I'm going there. Yeah, the response of Yomi now is, for me, is very disappointing. In as much as I support Yomi most of what he does, it's disappointing because you wouldn't tell me now that, oh, the police said there was a snitch, and you're even accusing me that donated that money to you. Then for me, that is wrong. Let's
People are now seeing
stop
Supreme as bad
arguing
versus
something that's
Supreme.
clear. It's wrong. And even if you used it for something else, why can't you say what else you used it for? And why didn't you even seek my approval that you're going to use it for something else? So please, let's understand. Let's stop arguing something that is not even
In
necessary.
fact, that chat that Yomi was reading has nothing to do with that 1.1 million what was going on. So it was very correct. Okay, what Supreme Iron Lady was doing in Olorebi platform. I don't want to call Olorebi. Okay, that's wait. You Supreme knows the genesis of what Yomi is doing. All right. So I feel like Supreme was cheated Olorebi platform because Adibi Olorebi they allow Supreme to explain that 1.1 million, that how can I contribute to something and still go and be telling somebody that they want to detain them and still be asking for feedback. It doesn't make sense.
We didn't know about donation.
They
We didn't know
showed
about the million
Supreme.
we
Supreme
only
to talk about it from her.
Papariano.
Supreme was
Can you give me like 2 minutes? Supreme did not say nothing about the
Wait.
1.1 million. He just
Papariano. Wait. Let me
She
play.
didn't explain that.
Let me
hold on.
That
You
was
didn't
even for us
explain.
to explain.
Let's hear, please, wait.
He didn't talk about the 1.1 million.
Exactly. And then the guy said 100% nothing will happen to him. Listen, yeah, now. Jerry, ṣé kí wọ́n tí bá fẹ́ gba information lọ́wọ́ yàn, tí bá fẹ́ gba information lọ́wọ́ yàn, ṣé màá wá sọ fún pé I want her to cry over her children ni? Won't you show empathy in order to get to what you are going? No, not in this case. Will you say, ṣé ẹni sùúrù ṣàjàre, ẹni sùúrù ẹni bí ẹni tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ tó ń flash? Ìtúfẹ́ kí màmá Mohbad sunkún lórí ọmọ kankan. Ẹ jẹ́ kí this boy needs to speak his real truth. Kó bọ́tà kó gba plea bargain. Let him come and get a plea bargain. Yomi ti rogo.
Yomi shaded Lady Aries very well. If you watch this video, man. Yomi really look at the way Yomi is acting. Yomi body language is just shading his Supreme. You see, they are already judging Supreme Iron.
Exactly.
Because Papariano, because Lady Alice didn't talk. She didn't talk anything about 1.1 million.
Wait.
This conversation happened February 1st. February 1st. Money that no one bears money screenshot this. I just screenshot this. See brother Lati. You like the money number in? What is screenshot there? Oh, and screenshot everybody. Yes, I decided to see Mr. Lati so that you can have a prior conversation. Hold on, Mr. Lati. Hold on. What I put money number on? Hello, okay. What is that? Yes, Mr. Lancy, I sent you something. Okay, conversation. Oh, yeah. Go, I get you work for me. It's long. Can you get hold of? I can get hold of. Thank you. After that conversation,
Papariano, you will not understand this video if you don't start from the beginning.
Because a lot of our fans didn't expect her to have a chat with King White, and she didn't really explain what happened.
Atrocity, evil.
I want to go.
They were asking her about talking to King White or not. She was talking about money. She couldn't defend that aspect.
Was Adura not there when Mohbad was embalmed? So why don't you want anything to happen to you? Adura not there when Mohbad was killed. I can't tell you, I don't need embalmment. Tell me, Adura is accessory after the fact. You were there, you witnessed it, and you actually lied about it. So if until about to make the Adura, because of a minimum embalm Mohbad.
Mr. Yomi, excuse me, brother, Cherry, this word is straightforward. Without is a verb. Now, my manager sent me to France and said, Lagaja, go to our other branch in France without taking flight. Always straightforward. Doubt without there is an action word. All the word follows. Without telling the truth means he had to release without. Doubt without there is an action. Real truth is a verb. Is a verb that is without telling the real truth. That is only the concrete. So people should not just come up and say we can read anti-clockwise, or
Cherry enjoy. No.
Let me just explain something.
You are not explaining the English correctly. I'm very sorry. You are only explaining it the way you are only putting the word the way you understand.
At least I'm not talking. Now,
you
Supreme,
you finish talking.
all this conversation.
We listened to this thing yesterday.
According to what Mr. Yomi read, how can
you go and say, sir, and probably few everybody ń ṣe lòun mọ̀ òun fúnra rẹ̀ wọ́n bá ń lo slogan yẹn fún mi ipe gbogbo nǹkan tí wọ́n ń ṣe ni òun mọ̀ so King White is fond of always gbà tóun tí àwọn everybody àti Kudi gbogbo ọ̀tọ̀ ń jẹ́ ó máa ń sọ fún mi òun gan máa ń lò fún mi so King White is always fond of.
Yes. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Orúkọ ẹni mo fẹ́ rántí bẹ́ẹ̀ gbogbo wa. Wọ́n ṣe wẹ́rẹ̀ mi lè lọ.
Ṣùgbọ́n náà padà bọ̀ fún ọ̀nà lẹ́tà náà ṣe pé àlọ́ fèyí tí a ṣe kíní kan ṣe kíní kan.
Ẹ̀wọ̀ investigator.
Exactly. Nǹkan tó kọ̀ fẹ́ kọ̀ orúkọ ẹni mo fẹ́ get lẹ́ni. All right, sir. Okay. Thank you. Wẹ́rẹ̀ mi lè tó yọ mí. Ó ti gbàgbé pé èmi náà ni mo sanwó.
Ọ̀rọ̀ 1.1 million. Yomi ò fẹ́ gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ yìí.
This your case with King White. It wasn't the first one. Ó ti gbàgbé pé True African TV a ti fẹ́ gbé King White tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ láti ṣe petition fún tí mo kà. Kò kọjú pé mo bó ṣe jọra. No, ó ti gbàgbé wait sorry. Tó bá jẹ́ pé ó sọ ìgbà tí wọ́n dẹ̀ ní wọ́n lọ ṣe kinní kan ó ti gbàgbé pé wọ́n ti fẹ́ gbé tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ True African TV No, I'm talking about the figure involved. But I was only confiding in you. Also, where's your me? What did you change the topic?
Additional. Shengo.
Hello? It wasn't what I was trying to tell you was that it was
you never said 1.1 million. Listen.
Sammyjoj sọ tèmi 1.1 million ló pè fún wa. Owó extension nìyẹn. And that's why I said you will talk about that one. Oh, no. Mi ìmọ̀ kankan pa 800. Ìgbà tó pè mí àti Jókè bá ṣe group call. 1.1 million ló pè Yomide sọ tèmi.
I swear, Supreme was very, very correct. Supreme was
Papariano. The bone
Supreme
of
was very, very correct.
Papariano, the bone of Papariano, the bone of contention. The bone of contention.
Papariano,
Papariano, the bone of contention was that it wasn't said at the beginning. Why. It wasn't said.
Mr. Adesina.
Yes.
This conversation started with. It seems people have forgotten. Yesterday, the conversation. Papariano, hold on. This conversation started with. They raised money for phone forensic. They've raised money for phone forensic. So, as a result of that phone forensic, was the SMS between King White and Supreme. They raised money for phone forensic, yeah? And that was what they talked about yesterday.
No.
Oh,
no.
So they raised money for phone forensic.
They raised money for phone forensic now.
No.
Yomi said it yesterday now.
No.
Was that on select platform? Oh, no, it's select platform. Okay.
Wait. Papariano. What really happened?
What I want us to
at the beginning.
What I want.
Kid boss.
When did they raise money for phone forensic?
Yomi said yesterday. When
did they raise the money? When? On what platform?
Let me clear it.
It was a lie.
Yomi said,
all of you will be healed. In Jesus' name, you all will be healed.
Hallelujah.
And MLA, the contents of Madam Aries chat and King White's chat is what we should be talking about. Yes.
Hold on. Something led to that. Hold on.
Yes,
now.
they raised money. They raised money. I am not aware. I don't know anything about money.
Hold on. Yomi
we were not there when they raised money. But let's talk about the content. Wait. Let's talk about the content of the chat.
When? Was it
when? And if you people keep saying, keep saying Lady Aries is always saying it on our platform, how many people are always on the Lady Aries platform? What happened yesterday?
I'm not supporting
Bita, you will speak. Bita, before you speak, let me engage you there, right? Guys, everybody should know something. And I want you guys to get this right. Sammyjoj, are you listening? Sammyjoj, please unmute. In fact, Sammyjoj, unmute, okay? Let's do the mathematics.
I'm listening.
Okay? Because this is where I need you now. Because once you two can understand, then we can be fine. Now, Sammyjoj, will you doubt that with what you heard yesterday, Yomi, saying and reading, would you doubt that the police at one point in time got hold of King White's phone? Would you doubt that?
Papariano, let me explain what happened. The day King White was arrested, his phone, his two phones were collected. Even when they released King White, they don't give him a phone. He later went there to collect his phone. That day when they released King White, they don't give him a phone. Do you understand? And going back to this conversation of this 1.1 million, Yeah. Yomi played the first one on them. Yomi was aware that the Adura was released that night. I should
Don't
not
go
go
there.
back.
Don't go there. Don't go there. Don't go
Okay.
there. Let us
Okay, I should
stick
not go there.
on. You are aware that
Yes.
your main phone was collected by the police, right?
King White's phone was collected by the police.
Yeah, so no, you are
King
aware
White,
that King White's phone was collected by the police, right?
I found out King White's phone when they released King White that police no release
Yes.
him phone.
So no, you simple.
Yes.
You are aware that King White's phone was
Yes, I
in the.
was aware. Yes, I was
All right.
aware. Yes, I was
Now,
aware.
okay, and now, would you agree that for Yomi to be able to have a conversation which is in King White's phone, that the only way he would have it would have been an officer who was privileged to King White's phone that gave him that information?
Of course, yes.
Okay, then
Of
wait, then
course.
that's good. That's good. Then, if that be the case, can you define what is phone forensic?
Phone forensic. Phone forensic. When they call it phone forensic. Now, a phone forensic is the proper investigation on a phone. And a phone forensic is not about you taking my phone and reading my chat and copying my chat. A phone forensic will be done with calls, conversation. Conversation of 2 years, 5 years can be retrieved from a phone forensic. Do you understand? You can't collect my phone and go and read my chat with my wife, and you are telling me you are doing a phone forensic, and all you have is a screenshot. Because whatever Yomi have, Yomi was showing it to them. Tell them, ask Yomi to show what he was reading from. If it is not a screenshot, if it is not a screenshot of what he was reading.
Okay. Phone forensic. No, wait, please don't overrush it.
Yeah.
Phone forensic is just investigating or extracting information from a device, from the phone.
From a device, yes. And
Right.
what method do you use? What method do you use?
So now,
Is it by screenshotting?
Please wait. In extracting information from any mobile device, there are so many methods that can be used depending on the condition of the phone. One, for example, let's say most information in that phone has been deleted. Okay? They will use some software to retrieve it.
Of course.
So
yes.
now to retrieve it. So them using software to retrieve it is part of conducting investigation. It's part of trying to extract information. In the case where those informations were not deleted and they were still able to have that phone in their possession, go through it and able to extract any information there, that is still part of forensic. That is investigation. They don't have rights. They don't have rights to go into someone's privacy unless it's an investigation. Unless no policeman should take your phone when you are not under their detention and be checking on your phone. The only way they can investigate your phone is when you are a suspect and they are investigating you. So that was forensic, please. It doesn't have to be too big. That's phone forensic.
Papariano. Now, do you believe that if a police is doing a phone forensic, and the next thing a police officer would do for a case that is at the court, the police officer will now send everything on that phone to you? Evidence should be taken to the court.
Good. That's why I said that, right? That's where if you watch then I say God bless you, Yomi. I say thank you, Yomi. Okay, because there's one thing I like Yomi, which he's doing in this case. Yomi has a connection in the police. Within the police, and it's please wait, and he's using his connection, all right, to investigate in this case. But what people don't like is that they are not getting the result that they want, and they are paying money into all of these things. All right. So he is giving them the drama. All right. For example, now everybody will want to know what is in Wumi's phone. So if me have told you that I can make police to get Wumi phone and I will read messages in Wumi phone, there are people who can pay for that. They just want to know. All right. So now him even going as far as making the police to get King White phone and even read it and screenshot it, send it to him. It's part of his investigation. Because what if the information that Yomi get from that King White phone becomes very helpful? What if they get a video that Wumi has sent to King White, or maybe Adura has sent to King White? What if they find it there? We won't be saying this that
Now,
we are saying.
Papariano,
Do you agree to that?
in this
Agree
case,
to that?
now,
No, please, wait. Would you agree to that? That what that your me what if Yomi had got a video, very concrete information from King White's phone, which was sent to Yomi by the police, and Yomi kept that as an evidence to be used? Don't you think it's a plus to Yomi?
Does I think is what?
Don't you think it's a plus for him? Adibi, one important information was gotten from that King White's
Now, okay,
how
it would have, hold on, sir. Hold on, Papariano. It would have been a plus. Let's say in that chat they saw where Wumi was confessing to King White, please don't expose me, or Adura was saying, or Damola was saying something. Do you understand? It would have been a plus.
But then, wait. But then you will not blame the police for sharing it with him, right?
See, Papariano, let's call a spade a spade. Let's call a spade a spade.
Mm.
Sending it to Yomi. Sending it to Yomi, it is inappropriate. Let's call a spade a spade.
No. But no. Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I know. Sammyjoj. In this part of the world, there are so many inappropriate things that happen. Mohbad dying and not get justice is inappropriate on its own. Okay. Now, working with the system, with the way the system is, somebody who understands the system has to work like that, has to manage the system the way that system is. So if Yomi is trying to penetrate the system, the way that system is, and he's getting something out, I think we should pray that he gets something better.
Okay, now, he should get something better. Now, Papariano, is a chat with Supreme and King White something better?
That is all they could find. That is all they could find. That is all they could find. If they find something else, they will bring it out and you will be here celebrating. That's all they could find. They're forensic.
Papariano, you know, it's not only
Papariano.
Supreme's chat that he read. He read other chats, you know. It's not because the problem is Supreme. They're not even talking about the positive aspect of this conference. They're not talking about the positive. They don't even know positive.
Can you just give me a minute?
Irrespective of whatever, I want to say this one.
Yomi. You guys,
No.
You can take over.
MLH, from what we know now, okay. I think just wait. Sammy, wait, please. Sammy, forget that thing. Sammy, wait. Okay.
You know, Yomi has challenged you. Yomi has said if you don't go to party, there's gonna be war. So you have to go back to that party, you know. Go back to that party. You're just boss man's brother. If you speak,
no.
Okay,
MLH, please, ma. Wait, please. I want to say
boss man's
something.
brother. If you speak, who are you threatening?
MLH,
Don't speak. Let's hear what you have to say. But if you don't go to that party, you'll be in trouble, you know.
We'll come to if he speaks.
MLH, please now.
So, do you know how many times I go to party?
MLH, don't talk.
To party. I blame Yomi for taking you to party.
MLH, stop. Please
wait.
Stop.
MLH, stop. From what we know now.
Papariano.
Yes, from what we know now. Would you guys say that from what we know now, because you guys didn't have this explanation yesterday in Lati's platform, would you guys say that Lati should apologize to Lady Aries for the mistreatment, for trying to clear out all of this information, which we just cleared out here?
No. I'll say no.
Why?
I'll say no. Okay, this is it. I want everybody to listen, please. I'll drop shortly. Ejo, you see, when we are talking about justice, we need to be just, all right? You see, the issue we are having over time, notice the way anything there is issue, anytime we have issues, we don't always face it over. We are always hiding under one Ejo. We are always hiding under one issue to bring up another issue, all right? You see this misappropriation of funds, yeah? It is happening everywhere, every day in this justice, but we don't take it serious, all right? It is only when you see Papa Mohbad drinking wine and eating shawarma, that is when you people will remember that 70 million is somewhere. All right. It is when you see your me flying or your me doing something that you people you will remember that yes, there's money. Our money is somewhere. You see, tó bá ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀, all right. As it dey out, as it dey happen, none that they come out, they talk am. This Sammyjoj, you keep saying you have a lot of things, you have a lot of evidences, you are not bringing them out. It is when Yomi now came out with his own evidence. That is when. Wait.
The boss.
That's Bossman's brother there. I have something. I know
if
this.
there is
I know that. I know a
I
lot.
am not a diehard fan.
You want me to throw
It is
Yomi
you
under
that
the
you're
bus.
trying to defend.
Point,
You are trying to be defensive.
What evidence do you have, Sammyjoj? Please wait. Keep us wait.
Yes, he has that. Bossman's brother.
You have a lot of things.
Sammy,
Throw
wait
him.
now. Guys, calm down. Guys, calm down.
Let us know his stand. Stop doing all of this.
Calm down, kid boss.
Nobody knew what transpired between
Don't go too
you
far.
guys.
Yomi doesn't know you're a
Don't
snitch.
go too far. Relax. Now you guys
You
don't
think he
add
doesn't know you're a snitch? You think he's a
Make him do this thing now.